All right, you guys, so we got step ups tomorrow. We've done these the last 3 Mondays, but now we're going to have it on a Tuesday in case anybody hasn't been able to come to Mondays. So here we have some strict standards on these step ups. Now it says front rack step ups, but most people have been using body weight. A very rare case where anyone's even using like a goblet position, dumbbell or kettlebell to do. Now the key point here is that we are using primarily 90% of our front leg. So first thing we got to do is see at what point can I make sure I'm able to control it up with no push off the ground with that back foot. We got to get rid of that. So what we're going to coach is I call this a tippy toe pause. Tippy toe pause, like this. Tippy toe pause, and I'm driving up. Now, big key here is I'm able to control all the way to a soft, quiet landing. There shouldn't be a point where, tippy toe pause, there shouldn't be a point where I'm halfway and then I plop down. Shouldn't be any of that. They need to be able to control their height all the way with no push off needed on the way up and good control all the way. So tippy toe pause, driving it up, and slower on the way down than on the way up. So you got to make sure they have to control that box height. I'm going to go as high as they can control it to a point that is above the kneecap here, above the kneecap. So I would actually need to add probably a couple 10-pound plates. 10-pound plates are working pretty good. They're not as wobbly or off balance as the 25s. So once someone has built up to their max height and they can control it all the way up and all the way down without needing that little push up, the key is making sure we are making sure they're doing the pause after they get that full extension of the ankle. So it's very easy, and you're going to see this a lot where they're thinking they're pausing, but they're not. They're cheating a little bit. So it's this, just the slightest bit of extension there from that back ankle will make it so much easier. And we've been doing this for 3 weeks, and a lot of people will already know what you mean by when you say tippy toe pause, tippy toe pause. You got to kill the momentum, pause, and drive up. You'll also see this where they tippy toe pause, but then they reload the ankle and drive up like this. So you've got to watch out for that, and just make sure they're aware of it, that they're not just keeping up, getting that push off. Because what we definitely don't want is someone thinking they've progressed so much because they're all of a sudden using the push off that I wasn't letting them get away with in the past Mondays. So tippy toe pause, and they can control it up, driving it up, and then slow, controlled landing all the way to the last inch on the ground. So when they're going to do their sets, 4 on one side, 4 on the other. In the past, we've been doing 6 and 8. So if they have been using a little bit of weight, they might be able to use a little bit more. Or if it's feeling very doable for them, they might add 10-pound plate just to bump up 1 inch higher. So the goal is to get up to max height first. Don't worry about any kind of weight until I'm at my max height, that is above the kneecap. So ask them after their first set, does anyone have one side noticeably weaker than the other? That is going to have the weaker leg gets a 5th set. So I can't remember if we were doing 4 sets or 5 tomorrow overall, but the weaker leg is going to get an extra set, and that's how we're going to help balance that out a little bit. And a lot of people that show up, they've been doing these on Mondays, so they kind of know the routine. But again, tippy toe pause, driving it up, pause, and I like to cue. I've had good success by cueing squeeze the heel into the box. A lot of times if they burst, chances are they're reloading like that. So I'm trying to avoid that burst off the box. So have them shake it out for a minute, walk around in between sets, and then they're coming right back into it. Next set, tippy toe pause, squeeze the heel into that box in good control all the way back. All right, that's tomorrow.